All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Charlie Tuna, and we're back again at Charlie Tuna TV. This is Fish in Trip. Fishing trip, all right? And I have been interviewing some of my favorite people on the Jam Crew's 22nd anniversary. And one of my favorite of all times, right? So we just talk about names for a second. This man's name is connected to so much legacy and history alone. Him just being, you know what I'm saying, the son of a legend, but also a legend himself. Give it up, please, for Mr. Ivan Neville, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wow, what an intro. Wow. Oh, man, who is he talking about? I'm like, who else? Oh, my God, right?
I'm talking about you,
man,
bro.
Thank you, man.
Oh,
thank
you're
you.
welcome,
Glad to be
You
here.
did a lot. You did a lot, bro.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're here. You know what I mean? All that time.
No doubt,
you know?
no doubt, yeah.
So I like to ask 3 questions, man, because it's real easy listening, if you will, but it's also informative because sometimes I learn shit that I didn't know. You know what I mean? All right, being that you are one of the big key parts of the band Dumpster Funk, tell me how y'all got y'all name, man.
Okay, we got our name actually. So me and my 2 younger brothers, Fred, actually my little brother. Name's Aaron. His name's Aaron Jr.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole nother story.
Right, he's a younger brother.
No, that's a whole nother story. I was actually born junior. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's a whole nother story. I'm gonna tell you just a quick version of it. So when I was born, my mom's parents didn't like my pops, right? So they had initially named me Aaron Jr. But he was doing something, I don't know whether he was in jail or doing something that wasn't too nice, and my mama's folks didn't like him. So I was a little baby, I don't know, several months old, maybe 5, 6 months old, and my mom was staying with her parents because my pa was somewhere MIA or whatever, and people say, he didn't want my name, he didn't want my dad's name mentioned. My grandfather, my mama's dad, like, don't mention that son so and so's name in my house, kinda. Damn. They changed my name to Ivan, right?
Wow, that's deep.
Right. Yeah. All right. So I got a picture of my original birth certificate with Aaron scratched out. I kept his middle name, Joseph. Right. His name's Aaron Joseph Neville Sr. Right. My name's Ivan Joseph Neville. He scratched the junior off. So my next brother was named Aaron James Neville Jr.
Oh, okay. So
I kept the middle name. So me and my 2 brothers, Aaron, and so being the second brother and not being named and being named Junior was kind of odd for him. He became Fred. We call him Fred. He's known as Fred, my little brother, who's named Aaron Jr.
That's crazy.
We call him Fred. We've been calling him Fred for years. Swear to God. You know.
Is that like some New Orleans in there?
I don't know. That was kind of, he took on his own persona, right. Being the second child, and me being kind of acknowledged as Junior, but being named Ivan. Because a lot of people call me Lil Aaron, but I was Ivan. Right. His name was Aaron. So he said, you know what, forget all that. Don't call me Fred.
That's crazy. Call me something else. I don't associate me with that.
Right. His name is Fred. So anyway, me and Fred and my youngest brother, Jason, we were making some music together some years before the Dumpster band had gotten together, and we were working on some music, and we had a song, of a funk groove, and we had some stuff, and matter of fact, and it was kind of a rap. We had some rappers, old school pimps from around the Wizzy. Yeah. Want to bring a new sound to your Plizzy station. Fire it up, light it up, whatever you want to. Live it up, give it up. This dumpster will funk you. And in case you haven't heard, Uptown Rulers are ready to serve. That was some lyrics. Right. We named the song Dumpster Funk, and we were basically I was talking about what's nastier than the dumpster. What kind of funk is this? Yeah. Dumpster funk. Yeah. And I'm thinking about like around the projects in the hood, them dumpsters in the project. There was some trash. So that's kind of where the idea of dumpster funk came from, that song. Right. And I got an opportunity to perform a show in 2003 at the Jazz and Heritage Festival. Now, I hadn't played the fest in many years. The last time I actually played the fest as Ivan Neville was in 1988 or 89.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got an opportunity and offer to play a set as Ivan Neville, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if I'm gonna put together a band and I do it Ivan Neville, and I called it Ivan Neville's Dumpster Phone.
Oh wow.
And I called Tony Hall. I was thinking, who am I gonna get on bass? And I called, it's either Tony or Nick Daniels.
Right.
I called both of them. So we had the 2 bass thing going.
Sick.
And I called my little cousin Ian, and I think the original drummer was Raymond Weber. And that was how Dumpster Funk was born. That's where the name came from.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I knew it was associated with just like the funkiest, like what can
the nastiest, dirtiest,
yeah,
Dumpster Funk.
But man, all of the extra stuff. See, that's what I mean when I say that. A question like that, I'll bring it all out. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I appreciate that one. Okay, and the second question is, how has music changed or affected your life? I mean, we was talking about that this morning, man, and that was amazing what you were saying, man. So maybe, just even dig into it right there.
I mean, I guess it's profound. It is in a profound way. Music has definitely shaped who I've always been and who I'm even becoming as well. I mean, I'm talking about from a kid, from listening to my dad and them, their records that was around the house, and just the influences that I got from them, from being a family thing.
Right.
And when I decided that I wanted to do music as well, it became so natural to me.
Right.
And then I was grandfathered in to their band, so I was given a boost from day one.
Yeah. Because
I had my own group and I was doing my thing, but at some point I started writing songs and stuff, and they needed a little something extra, so they let me join with them.
Sweet.
And so we started doing stuff, and that was like my school, playing with them.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like there were times playing with my dad and my uncles where I felt like I thought I knew more than I did.
Right.
I thought I knew a lot when I was young, because
Yeah.
I thought I had some fresh ideas, and they was from the old school, But you know what? That's like we've heard many people say, you know what? There's a lot of you don't get old being no fool.
Ooh.
So. Quoting Richard Pryor,
Yes,
there's
sir.
a lot of young dead, a lot of young wise men. Most of them dead than the motherfucker.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so basically, it's dude. I love the journey that I've been fortunate enough to be on with the music thing, because it's I love music. I absolutely love music. And happen to be a musician, and now I get to sing and all of that stuff. I just love listening to music.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's the cool part.
Because music can make time stand still.
That's the truth.
It's like a painting. It's like a moment, because I can hear a certain song and I can remember exactly where I was when I first heard that song, or when it really clicked with me, in some way. Certain songs and whatnot. And I'm fortunate that I've been able to be in this thing for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Because it was with me when I was in some dark. I took some left turns and was on some dark roads. Yeah,
man.
And I made it back into the light. And music has always been there for me. It's always been there for me. And I love the way that I'm embracing it now. And I know a lot of things have changed in the music, creatively, with a lot of the young people that are coming along with stuff, and you try to. I know who I am, and I appreciate the idea of still remaining teachable.
Right.
And I love that.
Even though you are the teacher. Yeah.
No, and I'm on to a lot of cats and what but I'm still trying to learn.
Yeah.
So I'm basically I guess that's probably what I want to say about that.
That's pretty sick, man.
Yeah.
Amazing. What they say, foolish is the student who don't surpass the master.
Right.
Shit, right.
I want to stay a student.
That's right, man. That's what's up, man. Okay, so those two questions I always ask everybody.
Okay.
Now, this next question is always trying to be catered to the person itself. Let me see, where did it go? Boom. Okay, so and it was pretty cool because I had wondered this my damn self. I had my dude phrase it. He says, "Can you talk to me about the inspiration for the song Justice?" That's one. All right.
Okay.
We kind of already know, but just bring it out from your perspective.
All right.
And the bonus part of that is what brought the remix to me and Cut Chemist. Yeah.
Okay, so originally the song was done. What year it was done? Because we did the remix in 2020.
Right.
And I think we originally did it a few years before that. Maybe a couple, 2 years or so before.
Oh wow.
I'm not exactly sure, but I know it was at least a year or so or 2 years prior that we had come up with that song.
I'm trusting your times too because you was killing it early in the day.
I'm probably better with stuff from way back from 40 years ago than I am with current stuff.
You was killing it this morning.
But
anyway.
it was 2 years. We come up with it maybe. And matter of fact, most the verses for that song were written by Nick Daniels III.
Rest in peace.
He wrote those verses. And the thing, us growing up, in the times we grew up, in the things we saw in the 60s and the 70s, and the social injustice that we've seen our whole lives, and just when you think times are changing, or because there were moments in life when I thought things might look like they were getting better, but maybe there was a mask that was worn, and there was a disguise for years, because I'm like, wow, that's still like that? Now we knew that, okay, if you were black or brown, would not, you had a high possibility of being, getting some extra attention and possibly harassed, and maybe even assaulted or killed by police officers and things of that nature, and also let alone the injustice in that whole system, in the incarceration, the percentages of that, things of that nature. And so we're around in 2017 or something, 2018 or somewhere around there, and some things had gone down, some things had caught our attention. I don't remember which brother it was that. What was the brother?
Was it Trayvon? Trayvon Martin?
When Trayvon got killed by that cat, that cracker in Florida, wherever they were, and what was the other guy? Eric Brown. Shit, what was the cat's name? I need to go find out.
George Floyd and all that stuff.
Well, George Floyd happened late.
Yeah, it happened
and that's what made us want to go hard with it again with you, when all of that stuff became like, oh, this is happening again, and again, and it's like, okay, so we wanted to reboot that song, because we had written it obviously, and it's just in the one hook that comes from something that I don't know, Nick, we'd heard this. If you ask me my name, I'll tell you the same. And who are we? And there was and the words are, only the victim remains the victim while the truth slips through the system. Yet the goodness never sees the light of day. So we fight for what is right against injustice day and night. To achieve this goal, that's the only way.
That's right.
And then we talk about somebody's colorful and things of that nature, and the powerful, are the ones who are oppressing. And if you ask me my name, I'll tell you the same.
That's right.
Justice.
That's right.
And then when we dug where it was coming from, and I remember the first time we played it live. Oh man, I remember the first time we played it live. We played it on the boat.
Oh yeah.
Some years ago. First time we played that song.
Wow.
And that was definitely around 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. And then when we decided to reboot it and get Charlie Tuna on it, and then my God, and the verse you wrote.
Oh man, appreciate it.
My God,
man.
and we got Trombone Shorty on it, and the timing
Shorty.
was just perfect unfortunately,
True.
the timing was perfect because of things that had gone down. And then you got, you had all the protests in the street when George Floyd got killed and Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when's it gonna stop?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's really crazy now because, and the attention should be greater than it is now because they're killing white people now.
Right. It ain't just us. It's
whoa.
real.
Yeah. What is going on?
That's real.
And we've been feeling this and been, speaking out about it for many years.
Yes, sir.
And then when the things that happened just recently, it's like, oh my God. We far away from this thing being, that part of our lives and that part of our society being some sort of calming or changing of how we treating one another and things of that nature. It's like, no, man, we a long ways off still. And especially with the political situation that we have now at home, it's just incredible. It's like, it's scary. It's really scary.
We thought we'd be singing that on our own.
But I am so honored that we got you on that song and
Appreciate
on that
it,
20.
man.
And we had to rename it Justice 2020.
Dude, and I'm honored y'all called me, man. I was bugging like, word? You know what I'm saying? And it's cool to be able to say, just from my perspective, that, not only do we got some songs like floating out there, right? But to call your friend, man, I think that's amazing. You're an incredible dude from jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, man, once again, man, thank you for this, man. I appreciate it, man. If you got any kind of like socials or anything, if you got any kind of social media, anything that you want to have.
Yeah, well, you can look for me. I'm all over the place on Instagram, Ivan Neville, and then on I guess the Instagram, Facebook, it's the Dumpster Funk is out there. Okay. Just look my name up or Dumpster Funk, DUMPSTAPHUNK.
That's right.
Just look it up, and you can find out all kind of things about me and the band and what the fellas and families doing.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. Appreciate it.
Man. Thank you.
Once again, this is Charlie Tuna, Fishing Trip, Jam Cruise 2020, Tuna TV, Ivan Neville.
Thank you, man.